and I followed her book. So follow my book. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to get the information from other people. And I would say invest in yourself, because I think some people are afraid to invest in themselves, but that's how you're going to get to the next level. When I first became a model, and that's another thing too, I never wanted to be a model. I never saw myself as a model. But when I had the opportunity to be a model, I was signed and I was thrusted into the fashion industry, and I had no knowledge of fashion. I couldn't even dress. Okay. I looked a hot freaking mess. You know what I mean? Like, I had no style sense or anything. I wasn't in fashion. I was a little tomboy growing up. So being thrust into this industry and being discovered as a model and starting to work as a model, I had no knowledge of modeling. So what did I do? I invested in myself. I put myself in a class that was run by another model who had been in the industry for years, and she was a working model, and I saw her campaign, so I knew she was legitimate. I spent like $100 to go to her class. It was like a day class or whatever. And I got so much information from that. And from there, I just kept on learning and growing and investing in myself. And I feel like if you're really serious about what you want, you need to invest in yourself so that you can get to that point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
That would be my advice.
I love that. Well, because honestly, I've just had like a really chaotic and unorthodox way of getting here. Like, I've never paid for headshots, which is wild.
BJ, what? You never took a class. You never paid for headshots. Like, how are you living?
So,
like, what?
Yeah, like, so that's why I ask these questions, because I know if I were to give someone advice based on
I see.
it would actually lead them the wrong path, because I know I have a very special case.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I had a friend who had really good with the camera and really good at editing, and I got the homie discount. So he did my headshots. He also did my actor reel. Like, everything I've done, it's kind of been like, when they say it takes a village, I'm that person. Like, the village raised me. Like, I went based off of my connections with friends who had certain talents until I figured it out. When I didn't have money for like a commercial acting class, I had friends who were in classes. I would just ask them like, oh, what do they teach you in class? And I would apply them to my auditions, and I would book to get footage for my new reel and keep building that way until I could start taking my own classes. So
wow,
that's why I'm like really curious.
I see what you mean.
And I'm here for the advice too, because like I said, I still feel really new because I have a very interesting, nuanced way of getting to this seat.
Yeah. And you're like one of those, because like when people say like, you know, when I was younger, like, you know, when kids or younger people wanted to move to LA to be famous or to like be an actor or whatever, in small towns, especially the small town that I was from, people would say, oh, it's a shot in the dark. You're never going to make it. Don't even try. And like, you know, and then we talk about these like one-off cases, like, well, this person went and then they just got a job and then now they're on the course. You're one of those like special people that get on the course. And I think that's amazing, because that's still like, you're still living proof in 2023 that can happen. And I think that people need to see that. Like, people need to see that can happen, because once you start seeing it, that people are like doing what you want to do and living the dream that you eventually want for yourself, that brings it into reality. I feel like people need to see that representation again. And especially you being non-binary, you being Black, like you being queer and in this industry and coming in and being so open about it. I feel like, you know, 10, 20 years ago, people weren't as open about it. Right.
It's such a blessing to be me in this time, because exactly that was not the case. Like, thank God for people like Billy Porter and RuPaul and all the MJ Rodriguez, even the younger ones, like that knocked like the nails out of the door so we could skip on through. And even though there's still battles, like it is significantly easier because of people like that who have already made names for themselves in this industry, for sure.
Have you seen, I think I've asked you this, have you seen the show Pose?
Oh, obsessed.
Obsessed with Pose.
I'm like kind of sad that I wasn't the actor I am now when it was out, because I would have loved to audition for Pose.
Which character do you feel like you would best play in the show Pose?
I'm not going to answer that in respect to all of the actors that have their parts, but I personally think I could have done a great job too.
If there was a theater version coming out and they were casting, would you see yourself in the theater version of Pose?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I mean, okay, so I just think everything happens for a reason. And my Super Bowl teaser played yesterday during the Grammys. And what happened at the Grammys? Beyonce became the most winning artist at the Grammys, and Viola Davis, who is my favorite actor on the planet, became an EGOT. So I want to become an EGOT too, and I would love to get my Tony from a Broadway play. I don't want to do a musical. I want to do a play. She got it for Fences. I would love to do a play.
Wow.
So absolutely, Pose the play. I'm so down. I'm ready to get my Tony.
Yes.
Shine her up.
Yes, DJ. Yes. I love that.
I know awards like aren't important because like we just want to do the business and tell our stories. And one of my co-stars for Mike, the woman who played my mom, 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞, said that acting is like brain surgery. It's that important. And I really believe that.
Yeah.
However, what award show are you most looking forward to going to one day?
Going to or winning, I want to win a Grammy.
Both.
I just like, so before all of this other stuff that I'm doing now, which I'm very grateful for, I've been a singer since I was 4. Like I would be.
You're a great singer. I've seen your videos. You're so good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want a Grammy. I want to be on the red carpets. I want to go to the Clive Davis Grammy after party. So if anybody has a ticket, invite me, because that's like one of those that I want to go to. Yeah, but I mean, I love I do want to see, I wish I was at the Oscars when, okay, that was really bad. I will not say that, but I want to go to the Oscars. I want to go to all of them, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like
I can't wait to wear the dope clothes. I want to go to the Met Gala. Like, I can't wait for those opportunities.
Literally.
Like, that's going to be so cool.
Literally. And like just even a few years ago, curvier women, even like the smaller, curvier women, they couldn't find people to dress them for red carpet events. And Lizzo,
I was going to say, now you have Lizzo out here.
Yeah, and people
Everybody
are dressing her.
Lizzo.
They are dressing her. And I'm like, so the world has changed. Our time is now.
How do you feel about these celebrities who are getting into like their social media, TikTok, YouTube bags? I think a lot of them are finding out. I've never done YouTube or I don't have TikTok. I've never done Twitch, but a lot of them are finding out how hard it is. But what do you think about them getting into those bags?
I just feel like the world is changing and they're seeing that more people's attention is on their phone versus on TV.
Right.
And I feel like they want a piece of that pie and they want to get people's attention again. They realize that, you know what it is? You know, a few years ago, I always say a few years because it's really not that long ago, 10, 20 years ago, the celebrity only came from TV. Like you were a celebrity if you were on a TV show, a movie, all of that. Now you're a celebrity if you have like 1 million followers on TikTok. Like, you know what I mean? Like people recognize you and know. One of my favorite TikTokers is Alabama Barker. Love you, Alabama. That's Travis Barker's daughter.
Okay.
She's this little blonde girl who literally is so like, you just have to watch it. It's hilarious. But so I saw her yesterday when I was walking to the gym and she was driving by and I literally shouted her. I was like, Alabama, I love you, girl. Like, and she's like not like a real celebrity. She's like on TikTok and like I know her from there. And yesterday I was on TikTok and one of the actors that I used to like love and adore his movies, but I haven't seen him in a while, and maybe because I don't really watch Lifetime anymore, but I think his name is Christian Keys. He was on TikTok live and just talking to the people. And I was like, that is so shocking that these famous actors are now just on TikTok, just talking to the people.
Just talking.
Because the celebrity has moved to the internet and to our phones. And they're just like, yeah, I want that. You know, but what do you think about them getting the bag?
I think it's so interesting. So I recently saw a Freddie Prinze Jr. interview. It's funny because Freddie Prinze Jr. is a huge wrestling fan, and so am I. So I was watching like a wrestling podcast, and he was the guest. And he was talking about how he tried to get into Twitch. And he was like, I honestly have to give anyone who's a YouTuber or on Twitch or anything like that their props, because he said he did it for like a week and he couldn't do it.
Really?
He said it was so tough. Like you have to deal with like so many random negative comments from people you don't know in the moment, and not like be in a space where you don't let it affect you immediately. And I've never thought of it that way. So I'm like, if they can do it, good for them. I don't know if I'm built for that.
VJ.
Like, I don't want no internet smoke. Like, I'm gonna let you fight by yourself. Like, if you gonna say something mean, you're the only one fighting, boo. You gonna look crazy. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm an Aries. I'm not trying to get lit up because, you know, us fire signs, we can get crazy. I'm not trying to set nothing on fire. So I'm just gonna let you do you.
Oh my gosh. And that's okay. That I will say that you definitely, I give you props if you can handle all the negativity and negative comments. I'm one of those people, but like I have 4 brothers. I grew up in a Caribbean household.
You can handle it.
Yeah. You can't say anything to me that I haven't heard worse, because I've had a very like strict upbringing, and like those kind of things. Like that was just like the play yard recess stuff. Like that doesn't bother me. I'm not as sensitive. I have tough skin. And I feel like to be in this industry, you have to have tough skin. Like when I first started modeling, the stuff these agents would tell you, like these girls, like how to be model, how to be model. Like, can you handle what they tell you? Because they're not always nice to you, like at all. Like one time I was trying to be like an IG baddie and like I was wearing like the fake eyelashes and like thinking I looked so bad. I walked to my agent's office and she's like, this is the second day that you're walking in here with these fake eyelashes. Don't do it again. I don't ever want to see that on your face. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like,
she didn't care.
Yeah, she was like, you think you look good, you don't. And I'm just like, oh my God, I know. It's like you, and then one time, oh gosh, I have so many modeling stories I can tell you, but like,
goodness. That needs to be like its own series.
I will definitely do a series on that because
so
I can go in. But you know, like you just have to have tough skin. And like even with like my TikToks, I get negative comments every day. And people think like, they're like, oh my gosh, like how do you deal with negative comments? I sit in my bed and I laugh because it's so hilarious. Like I love a good roast. I think it's so funny. And it is like so outlandish because like their negative comments are not true. They're just like, oh, you're not really a model. I'm in Times Square billboard. Like they're saying things that are not true and it's just hilarious.
What's really a model if you're not, like, I'm literally in Times Square. You know how many models want to be in Times Square? I just found out being in Target last year how many models even want to be in Target. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like I'm jumping the line because that's not even like the career I'm pursuing.
God bless you.
Blessed.
Like you're so blessed. I love to see it.
Thank you. I love to see it on you too. Blessed looks good on you.
Blessed looks good on you, VJ. Okay, VJ. Okay, so I have a couple questions.
Okay.
These are just like for fun. You know?
Yeah, let's see it.
So, who is your celebrity crush?
Do I have a celebrity crush? Honestly, I don't know if I have a celebrity crush. I think I've been low-key jaded from just going to West Hollywood too much because it's so crazy because I feel like just normal people who aren't actors, for some reason, Los Angeles are so much more attractive than actors. Have you seen that? Like, you're just like, what do you do? Or like, have you been on Raya and you're just like, none of these people are actors, but they're fine. They're just so fine.
I feel you. Raya won't let me on. Raya, get me on there.
I thought I sent you a thing.
I have 8 referrals. I know like so many people on Raya. Yeah, right? They won't. So like, it's a whole thing because like I changed my Instagram a few years ago, like the Instagram name. Okay. And I've been trying to tell them like, this is not my Instagram anymore. Like this is the new one, but we'll figure it out because I definitely need to be on there.
So I don't know if I have a celebrity crush. There definitely are a lot of attractive actors, but none of them are like, I don't know if I have any crushes. I don't even know if I have any crushes right now. And I'm like far from asexual, but yeah, I don't think I have any crushes.
Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
Are there
BJ.
Can you give us top 3?
Yes.
Or actually, can you give us one man and one woman?
Ooh, woman. I have to really think about that. Oh gosh. Okay. Right now, I don't really see. I feel like this when it comes to like celebrity crushes, it's not just about their art; it's about their mood and their personality.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm looking at not just like, you know, yeah, they're cute, but like, and their music is good or whatever. But it's like their personality. As if it's meant to be, then it'll be a love song.